Oh, it's Monday. During the Matador season, what does that mean? It's time for the 2025 Lubbock Matadors Coaches Show presented by Wonder Tree, the official marketing partner of the Lubbock Matadors. We're back, everybody. Season's not, well, I guess it's in full swing for you. You've been at it for quite a while. Coach David's joining us right now. If you don't know him, you're going to get to here in just a second. Questions, comments, throw them in the comment section. We'll get to them as quickly as we can. David, let's just get to it right off the bat. Welcome to Lubbock, first and foremost.
Thank you.
What's your adjustment been like going from, obviously, for those that don't know, he was the former manager of West Texas FC, coming here into Lubbock. What's kind of been the adjustment period for that for you personally?
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's a completely different operation once you get here, the scale of everything and how active we are and involved with the community and just the fan base and how passionate they are. So, but I've really enjoyed it. Hit the ground running. You almost don't get time to think because you're always doing something, but I'd rather it was that way than the other way.
A lull, I think, for me would be like kind of I need to get to something very quickly. But for you, it's just been hitting the ground running, so to speak, with, I guess, a transitional period. Not necessarily, is there a lot of time between your last spot and this one? Has there been something just of, am I doing the right thing in translating into being a coach for a former squad coming into a new one? Like, how much new is the new for you?
Well, there's the things like, the way I like to coach as well, that doesn't change. So, that translates pretty easily across. It's more, off the field stuff as well and representing the brand and making sure that we're impacting the community more in Lubbock. It's a community-based club, so. But yeah, in terms of like the actual on-the-field stuff, really that's kind of, it's the same from team to team that you go to. Obviously, you don't have to deal with different players, different personalities, things like that. But on the whole, the actual soccer and the way that I like to implement what I try to do and my coaching staff try to do, that's kind of the same.
It's not new to you, but coming in and rebuilding a squad basically from season to season, does that kind of, you don't keep that in the back of your head, do you? It's like, oh no, we have new players, a new style that we might have to adjust to? Or do you just kind of get in and get a feel with the practices beforehand before you get into a match?
I actually find that part really exciting, where you have to, start again on the recruitment trail and find guys that are going to fit into what you want to do. And, I still was able to bring in a few familiar faces to me and what I like to do, guys that have been with me for multiple years now. And but yeah, no, I find that part really exciting. And then getting them, it's a short preseason, but getting them in for preseason and getting them to, adapt and learn how you like to play. I love that challenge.
Lubbock, Texas, West Texas, it's a dry heat, but a warm welcome for the fans for you from here. What's the community been like just in welcoming you?
Yeah, everyone's been so friendly, so welcoming. Everyone I've met has, they've offered to help in any way they can. They've offered, to come around for meals. They've offered to take me here, do this, and just everyone's been so welcoming. I've even I've taken some Ubers and they're like, "Oh, you the Matadors?" Which things for me, I'm
already?
Like, for me, I'm like, oh, I feel like a nobody, but that means that's pretty cool. So yeah, to have experienced that already, and I've only been here for 2.5 months now. That's pretty cool.
It's funny to me to go behind the curtain a little bit. Our first interaction was when you were the manager for the previous club.
I remember that.
And we had like a quick, and I wasn't even trying to fish anything out of you. I wasn't trying to do anything like that. And it was just very like abrupt and brief. But I understand the gamesmanship part of that. In the back of my mind, I was like, man, he didn't give us anything to go off of for the commentary. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? I actually appreciate that part of the gamesmanship for that. Yeah. And I understand it was a rival club, and I totally get it.
Yeah.
But sticking to that, I was like, okay, I understand exactly where you're coming from that part of it.
Yeah.
And then you recognized me at the jersey release, and I was, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It was kind of the same thing. There's like, oh, I'm a nobody. Like, how does he remember me from that?
No, it's when you're with me, you're with me, and when you're against me, you're against me. So it's
Oh yeah.
I like to keep my cards as close to their chest as possible.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna prod too much on this coach's show too. Again, questions, comments, go ahead and get them there. YouTube, tell us what you're thinking too. We'd love to hear it. Let's get into some of the match. Unfortunately, the watch party at Two Docks was unable to see the match, but kind of give me an assessment from the first 45 to the second 45.
Yeah, I did hear that, which is disappointing, and I heard the number of people that showed up. So
it was still a good time.
I told the boys that, and I was like, this is how special this club is. Like, you're getting, 100, 150 people showing up to watch a live stream of you play, and even though it's crashed, they're still showing up, and the boys appreciated that message got relayed to them. But yeah, the game, I thought for a first game, again, like I said a little bit earlier, it's a very short preseason. You don't get a lot of time to learn how each other's moving, playing, the way the coaching staff wants you to play. But for a first game, it was a decent performance. There was moments where you could see what we'd been working on were being shown, and but there was moments where it wasn't going because the guys weren't. It's not a well-oiled machine yet, which is normal. It's natural. It's a teething process. But yeah, it was a good performance for what it was, game one, and most importantly, obviously, is getting 3 points, especially on the road in the environment we are in. It was away journeys are tough because you're out of your routine. You're having to play. Arkansas Wolves are a great team. Mm-hmm. They're actually really well coached. They were very, very organized. They got a great result against Brownsville, who are another top team, and actually could have won that game more than 2-1 after watching it back. Yeah, they were dangerous, but we nullified them, and again, we got the result.
What does this mean as your first victory as Matadors head coach? What does this mean to you on that scale? I know we're starting off small here, but what does that mean for you moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather get a win than a loss, obviously, for the first one. So, start as you mean to go on. But yeah, like I said, it's 3 points. My big thing is you don't get too high, you don't get too low. There's still a job to be done. It's just the next game now. It's Brownsville. Great, we got 3 points. We beat a very good team in Arkansas Wolves, who I think are going to be very dangerous this year. And yeah, on to the next one.
What stood out to you, we don't have to say too much about it, but what stood out to you the most from the guys in that first match?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind sharing. We have top-level guys here. Guys that are going to impact games, multiple guys that could impact a game just on their own. Then when you have all that all over the field, that's a dangerous recipe. I thought, again, our man of the match, who's here with us today, Jack Thomas, was superb. Always looked lively, always looked like he could either score a goal or set someone else up. We've got someone that I'm really high on, all the guys here all the time, Momo Diop. Unbelievable pedigree. He's a Division I Conference Player of the Year. Really high ceiling and will have a really, really bright future in the game. He was dangerous. We've got Lud Clarkson, who's from Coastal Carolina, came through the Ajax Academy, which is one of the most famous academies in the world, and he was dangerous. You've got the big man up top, Evan, that returned. He's a returner, and he was just running through people, mowing people down. He was there. We just got so much on the bench. You had Mesfin Roda, who came on and scored the winner. I could go through the whole team, but it's just, yeah, we're spoiled for riches.
Well, let's talk about the back for a little bit. Coming away with a clean sheet, too. What does that mean for the locker room?
Yeah, that's huge. I was a goalkeeper, so I love clean sheets. I love to score, and I hate to concede. And, yeah, that was huge. I thought the back line were excellent. Tim, Theo, Nico, Ryan, Stefan Rube was in there too. Andre in goal, who I've coached with before. That guy has...
intensity. I've seen
intense mentality monster, I like to call him. Loves a clean sheet just as much as I do. Yeah, that means a lot. When you can, again, I like to score a lot of goals, but when you can keep a clean sheet, you only need one to win the game. So, yeah, that was big.
JT was the signature stag man of the match. Tell us why you gave him that achievement out of everybody that stood out on the pitch.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, he was just looking the most likely all game to do something to impact the game. He's picking up the ball in little pockets of space. He was driving at the back line. He was slipping in teammates for chances, big chances as well. He had a few himself, which on a different day, maybe they go in. But, yeah, he ended up being the one at the end that, received the ball, drove at the back line, slipped in Mesfin, and, that was all she wrote. So, yeah, he had a great game.
Lubbock, real quick. Roofing solutions for you to rely on? Look no further than our trusted local roofing company, Andrus Brothers. They offer top-notch roof repairs, replacements, and installations. With their experienced team and superior craftsmanship, they got you covered, literally. Don't wait. Call them today, 806-798-7663 for a free estimate. This wouldn't be the Coach's Show without Coach. David, let's get into kind of what's going in next. Brownsville, obviously on the road, and you just talked about them being a great club as well. Thoughts going into this next match?
Yeah, I mean, going to play Brownsville away is a whole different animal playing them at home. So going in there is tough. They're a great club year after year, challenging for the conference championship. We're expecting a really tough test. They create a great atmosphere too, great fans.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, we're going to have to be at our very best if we want to go in there and get a result. And that message has been relayed to the guys. And they know that too. They're up for it. Yeah, that's a big one. These are the sort of games where, it's so early in the season, but this could be a decider on who finishes first in the regular season, first, second, third. So
it was a great result for them against Houston, 8-1.
Yeah.
Does that prove any other additional challenges, or does the work rate doesn't change? Nothing.
No, nothing changes. Yeah, we approach every game the same. Again, we want to go in there, it's kill or be killed. We want to go in and smash them. Like I say it all the time. Like, that's the mentality for every game. We want to take the game to them. And I'm sure they got the same mentality, wanting to come back at us, especially at home. So, expecting fireworks, expecting a tough test. But if there's a squad that's capable of, stepping up to the plate, it's definitely this one.
You got a one-day turnaround at Houston on Sunday. You talked about mentality. What goes into that? Like, hey, it's not a lot of turnaround there, but you do have a deep club too, so that proves some advantage there. Correct?
Yeah. I mean, we have a deep squad. If I'm being honest, I'm not really thinking about Houston right now, and that's not a slight on them.
Yeah.
Again, it's one game at a time. I only care about Brownsville, and but yeah, we do have a very, very deep roster this year. So, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I mean, it is kind of a spoiler riches for that. I mean, I've seen the accolades. I've seen the team that's been put together for that, and I mean, yeah, it's kind of one of those things you don't have to worry about it until you get there, kind of thing. But I mean, first and foremost, Brownsville for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you cannot overlook them. They are a top team. We don't overlook anyone. And, we're only focused on Brownsville and going in there and getting the result.
You talked about community. Talk about youth tryouts here for Lubbock. Just kind of building more. I mean, there's a huge backing for the sport to grow here, and it already has. How important is it for you to be a part of that? Yeah,
I think it's really important. I think what we're trying to do, again, one is create a pathway that the players do not have right now, to get collegiate opportunities, to get professional opportunities, something to shoot for, but also as the player development side of things. High-level coaches that are coming in and going to be, nurturing the talent that's out here in Lubbock. I keep saying it, there is the talent here. It's just about having the level of coaches that
cultivate the talent.
And also pass on their knowledge and experience to other coaches, because it's not just, I'm not a magician. It's not just a one-man thing. It's not just Duvon Canchilla, who's our, assistant academy director. We're two people. If we can pass on our knowledge to others, they can go through the licensing, coaching education pathways, build up the talent. As Hitch likes to say, it takes a village. And that's so true. It takes all of us coming together. So, yeah, really looking forward to the challenge and, hopefully developing this talent that we have in Lubbock towards the Matadors first team one day, which would be really, really cool.
It is a difference between having, I guess, people that are invested in the game like myself, as opposed to professionals that have been around it for most of their life. How would it have impacted you to have somebody like that just saying, hey, you can do this, kid. Like, you can be a part of something great. I have been around the game as a coach. I can show you as a child how to get to the places that you need to be. How vital is it to have somebody like that?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot bigger than people realize. It is massive. And, we've had experiences that a lot of people don't have. It's rare to have it. And that is, we've been in pro academies, we've coached in pro academies, we know how it is to develop a player up through a developmental system. And like you said, it is different being involved in soccer, as a passion, as a hobby, and then doing it professionally. It's the little details. And again, that's not a knock on anyone. It's, you don't know what you don't know, as it were. And, there's things I still don't know that I learn about every day. And again, it's having that growth mindset towards things. But yeah, it is so important, and yeah, it's something that we are hoping with the professional coaching staff that we have, that we can then, imprint that professionalism, the way to structure a session, the way to structure a developmental curriculum. We can help pass that on to the coaches out here in Lubbock, and then that way, as a group, as a collective, we can impact more kids.
I think it's a better part of the networking for that. I mean, you bring your years of experience to people that may have just been started maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yep.
And I think that's tremendous for them to show, hey, this person is showing me how to do this, maybe in a way that I haven't seen before.
Yep.
Okay, now I can kind of implement that on my own and kind of see where it takes from that.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's, again, we just want to help as much as we can with the experiences we've had. Again, I'm still learning every day. I still speak to my mentors in the coaching world every single day because there's things I don't learn. Or haven't learned yet that I'm still learning. And, it's important, especially, I'd encourage coaches out here to, be open-minded, try learn from people that have been at higher levels of the game, have been in the pro academies, and, that's the way we're all going to get better at the end of the day.
What are the personal growing pains for you at the MPSL level that you've experienced, talking to your mentors about?
In terms of how do you mean?
Oh,
Sorry.
just from your normal coaching job to this, like what's the separation between that, and like how is MPSL different compared to like the class of players you're getting in the college world?
Well,
Because I know it's relatively the same, but
yeah, well, with MPSL, I mean, you're getting the best of the best. So making sure everything is to the minute details is run properly. Because at the end of the day, like I said, these are the best of the best, and they're expecting a professional level, training session, training structure, off the field, things they're expecting. I tell the guys all the time, I want to treat you like a pro because we want to get you to that next level as well. So they're the things from the professional coaches that are my mentors, that coach in the USL Championship, coach in USL 1, that they help me with, so that I can make sure I am giving our players that same experience that the players at the USL Championship level are getting.
I know it's one game at a time, but the home opener coming up near the end of the month.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that? Excitement level kind of building? Because you know the expectation of the club here,
Yeah,
the Matadors. Right. Obviously, it doesn't factor into anything that you do, but is it exciting to know, like, hey, we're going to have the fans at our back and it's going to be loud?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's get to coach in front of 5,500 people that are on my side, which is nice because it's a different experience when you're going in as the away coach, for sure.
At you,
Yeah. I mean, I was getting a fair bit of stick last year. So I wonder if I'll get some this year, but no. But yeah, no, that's really exciting. I know the boys are so excited for it. That's a massive part for me in terms of getting guys here, is talking about the fan base and how invested they are. And the other day we had an intra-squad scrimmage and the Mozos came and Ryan brought his drums and
that was a good.
They were chanting
just for a practice, dude.
For a practice, and we were out there at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So,
it was a good
I mean,
time.
that's the dedication and the passion that we have here. So, yeah, no, to do that in front of 5,500 people, we're trying to get to 7,500
Oh, yeah.
with a sellout stampede. I think we can do it.
There's still time.
Yeah, there is.
By the way.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I mean, I think it's also down to us to, get off to a good start. Obviously, winning game one's important. If we can get a result at Brownsville, maybe that'll generate some more buzz and get more people out. Who knows? It's no
Coach,
pressure.
No pressure at all.
No pressure.
Thanks for joining us here. I know this
appreciate
is your
it.
first one, but hey, you got it. You're
Yeah,
natural. You're
looking forward to
natural.
the rest of the season.
We'll be right back after this. We're talking to JT, our man of the match. Stay with us.
The Lubbock Matadors are all about partnering with local businesses and investing in the community.
Being a local business, it was really important to us, not only to support Dustin and his family, but the Matador Soccer Club.
Pump fake me. For locally owned hometown service, look no further than Matador sponsor Grease Monkey and Monkey Splash of Lubbock. Stop by to take care of your automotive needs at both Grease Monkey and Monkey Splash of Lubbock. Welcome back to the 2025 Coaches Show presented by Wonder Tree here. New face joining us today. Don't be nervous. You got this. No problem. No problem. All execution for man of the match. Jack Thomas. Welcome
Thank
to the
you for
Coaches
having
Show.
me. Thank
Of
you for
course.
having me.
A lot of people didn't get to watch the match, unfortunately, on Saturday. But let's kind of get into, well, first and foremost, go ahead and introduce yourself for those that don't know you.
Okay.
Where you're from?
I'm Jack Thomas. I'm from England, around Birmingham, a little village called Whittington. I go to school in Louisiana in Shreveport, and yeah, I'm buzzing to be here for the summer. So,
No stranger to the South, but how's West Texas treating you?
I mean, I like it so far. It's obviously early doors, but you know the guys there they treat us really well. So you know I'm buzzing to still have another couple months, hopefully until the start of August. Here, so.
You looking forward to that first home opener here?
Absolutely. You know, I've never played in front of that sort of many fans, and I know all of the boys we're all buzzing for it. We can't wait to be able to play in front of all the fans, and it's one of the talking points when I spoke to Dave about coming here. He mentioned the fans, and you know I'd heard about it before, but it's such a big factor in coming here as well, because you don't get that experience in many other places, especially at this level. So yeah, I'm buzzing for it.
How's the Matador experience compared to the other squads you've been playing on?
I mean, it tops it really. You know, obviously, the setup, the fans, the coaching staff, everything's just top level. Like, so I mean, hopefully.
I mean, you're doing something like this too.
Yeah,
we talked about
I
it before.
know,
Like you've
I
never done
know.
anything like this.
Yeah, I've never done anything like this before, so it's like it's all new, but I'm loving it at the same time.
And Jack, let's get into the match here. Just kind of recap what you saw, like kind of things that stood out to you the most your first time on the pitch for the Matadors.
Okay. Yeah, I think we had a good first 15 minutes or so. I think we started pretty fast. we could have had a couple goals maybe, which looking back, it would have definitely helped if we got an early goal. And then sort of midway through the match, we dropped off a little bit, and we sort of started not playing the way that we probably should have. It just wasn't really clicking as much. And then
What was the messaging at the half?
just reiterating our tactics, sort of how we want to play, the amount of times we've got to move the ball, and that's how the goal came. Actually, we done everything we'd worked on in training. It's just next time we can't wait to the 86th minute to do it. We should probably start doing it pretty early on.
I mean, Matador fans are used to goals in bunches here, but
yeah.
outside of all of that, what stood out to you the most, at least in your performance on the pitch?
Yeah, I think I really like the way we play. I think it's very effective. The plays we've got all suit the system that we want to play. We're very solid from the front to the back, and we got a very solid defense. Like I thought Theo had a very good game. He's a very solid defender. Duvan in the midfield, the captain. Again, I thought he was very good. And in the attack, we did create quite a few chances. Not as many as we'd have liked. Sort of clear-cut chances. Most of our chances were half chances from the edge of the box. But the goal, it just sort of come from, like I said, playing exactly how we'd been trying to do in training, and it just sort of the space opened up, and luckily, Mesfin was there to tap it home. So yeah, it's a good start. Obviously, we've got much more higher levels to go to, and I think, we've only been with each other for a good 2 weeks or so. So once we sort of get in the flow of all these games coming up, I think we'll be dangerous.
What's your mindset going into Brownsville? Another road match, another long trip, but what are you looking most forward to for that?
Like we always say, we always take one game at a time. We only focus on the next game ahead, so we're just going there, doing everything we've done in training, trying to play the way we've been playing, and just get a win. 3 points is sort of, it's at this level, all you got to do is win.
Especially with the not necessarily a condensed schedule, but there's not as many matches to play for where you can say, oh, well, we drew in this one, so now we can try to see what we need to do for this.
Yeah.
I think it's like pedal to the metal pretty much.
Yeah.
3 points is 3 points, and we need all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know we've got a whole squad of boys who will die to win, and I think that's really good because, we've got like 2 games in basically 2-3 days, so all the boys are gonna have to be up for it. We've got a tight schedule this weekend, so all the boys are gonna be playing a big role in that.
I know you don't have it in your mind to be signature stag man of the match when you're stepping out when it's no minutes on the clock yet.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to take away that accolade?
I mean, I'm extremely proud, to be fair. I mean, obviously, I'll always work my hardest and do all I can on the pitch, and it's the same with any boys out there. There was like Coach said in the little post on Instagram. It could have been quite a few of the boys, and I agree. Like there was quite a few solid performers, and I mean, I'm obviously very happy to be the one to get it. But
It's a little bit of a, yeah, hey, look what I did kind of thing.
yeah, I mean, nah, it's
No chip on your shoulder. It's just,
No,
hey, let's
yeah.
keep everything what we had before.
Yeah, absolutely. It's team effort. So I'd give it to the whole team.
I'll
So,
do it for you. Hey, you got it. No one else did.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about you. Getting into, I know there's a whole mentality and a mindset going into a match, but what's your favorite pregame meal?
I'm just a fan of pasta and chicken personally. I think because I guess at college home games we have to cook for ourselves, and that's the only thing I'll cook, really.
Oh, it's easy though.
Yeah, easy
Yeah, I got
pasta
you.
and chicken. Like, and hopefully we continue to have some pasta and chicken before all the games, because I don't know, that's my favorite one.
What do you do to kind of unwind? Like when stepping out, obviously you can't be football 24/7, but what do you
Yeah.
do to kind of take yourself away from the game a little bit?
I'm a big fan of the darts. I love playing darts, and I love watching darts. Obviously I just like chilling with my friends as well. We got a good group here, so I really enjoy the downtime we get here, and but yeah, for the most part, just chilling with my friends.
You catch up on messages or like FaceTimes back home?
Yeah, I mean, I speak to my parents every day, so yeah, that's good. It's always, because obviously I'm, especially playing in the summer, I'm away for basically a year, so it's a very long time. But you sort of get used to it, and you get used to calling them every day. So it's always nice having that there.
Who's one of your good friends joining the squad since you've been here?
I'm really good friends with Luke Mulkey, and obviously Ollie Marshall's my roommate, so I get along with both of them pretty well. But for the most part, Luke, to be fair, because we had a couple mutual friends before.
Oh, okay.
So I knew of him, and then he's the person I chill with the most.
Who's a professional footballer you look up to?
The easy answer is Messi, but I'm not gonna say him. I'm gonna say I was always a big fan of Eden Hazard when he was at Chelsea.
Okay, I got you.
Sort of the small stature, the way he played. I'd love to play like that.
Also high intensity.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd love to play like that.
Professional, not necessarily professional goals for the season, but I guess outside of that too, in growing as a person, what are you most looking forward to being a part of the Matadors?
I mean, the Matadors offer everything really, like stuff like this, meeting all of you new guys here. It's a really cool experience, like interacting with the community, all of that stuff. It's a learning curve, and I'm really looking forward to that. It'll obviously help me grow, help me become more mature and comfortable in meeting new people.
I mean, you
in
seem
that
comfortable
sense.
now. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it probably see more than I actually feel, because it's pretty nerve-wracking, especially for the first time here. But it's
I think you're going to love it, though, when you step in front of those 5,000 fans.
Yeah, I
you're going to
bet.
feel that, and how much it's reciprocated to. I mean, you've seen the Moses
Yeah,
already just going
yeah.
crazy, but intensity multiplied by 10 at least. Yeah, it's great seeing that out
I'm
there.
looking forward to that, because like Coach said earlier, they came to our 7 a.m. practice and had drums and stuff. I thought it was crazy commitment. I loved it. So I mean, I can't wait to see it all in the thousands on game day.
What's the message you want to send to the fans to get them out to I mean, we're still trying to fill up the stands here, but what's a personal message you want to send to the fans?
Always, obviously, thank you for your support that you give us. Thank you for all of the sort of community events that you get us involved in, because I've really enjoyed the ones I've done so far. And obviously, it's always a pleasure having you come to our games. I mean, I haven't found that out yet, but I will eventually. And and yeah, just thank you for supporting us, and hopefully we'll bring you home a national championship this year.
Someone thought you were going to say Jay Stansfeld.
Yeah, he's the striker of the club I support back home. So,
I mean, is he at least top 5 for you?
he's probably up there. Yeah, he's a good player. So, I enjoy watching him play.
All right, I'll get you out of here. I'll let your nerves settle a little bit. JT, thanks for joining us on the Coaches
Thank
Show.
you for having me.
We'll be right back. GM Dustin McCorkle is joining us. Don't go away.
When you hear the word cancer for the first time, suddenly every moment matters.
How do I tell my family?
Where do I go for the best treatment?
At Covenant Health, you're never alone.
Covenant's cancer team is made up of the finest oncology specialists in the region, armed with state-of-the-art technology so you can stay close to home for the most advanced treatment available.
Cancer care at Covenant Health, because when you hear the word cancer, every moment matters.
One thing I really like about working with WonderTree is how fun they make the process. Whether it's monthly strategy meetings or on-site video shoots, they find ways for us to laugh together, all while accomplishing our goals.
Welcome back to the 2025 Coaches Show. With the game on the line, seconds count. And when it comes to your health, every moment matters. Covenant Health is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the Lubbock Matadors this season, providing players and fans with excellent quality healthcare they deserve. Welcome back to the Coaches Show, the GM, the man, Dustin McCorkle, joining us right now. You're here all the time. I don't know why I'm introducing you.
Yeah, hopefully people know me by now. I do have to say before we get started, Jack wanted to make sure to mention to Owen that being the little brother, he is not obligated to give any sort of recognition, as most younger brothers feel, to any sort of older influence. So that's why there was no mention there.
They say in the family, it's like the youngest of a brother that's, hey, doing the same thing. They're always a little bit better anyway. So it's just like, I did this for me.
I'm an older brother, so I can say you do bully and pick on the younger one. And so I think that they get some sort of innate built up of toughness that you're not given because everyone's doting over you all the time.
And to my younger brother, you're welcome, by the way.
How many seconds was that younger?
I'm 60 seconds older, but we have a younger brother by 2 years.
Okay.
So you're both of you, you're welcome, actually. Let's talk about it, Dustin. First win of the season. Great feeling. We didn't get to watch it, unfortunately, but let's talk about the atmosphere that was at Two Docs. And we were just saying, yeah, we didn't get to see the match, but it's basically like bringing family together again.
Yeah, I think there's such a long off season for us and so much work that goes into making sure that we're ready for the season, and walking up to Two Docs and seeing jerseys out, seeing smiling faces, all the people, and then everyone just like really excited to be back together. To your point, it does kind of feel like a family reunion where you haven't seen some people in a while that come out and all of a sudden you're starting right back up. So I really, regardless of the event itself, it was still a fun night being able to catch up with people and enjoy our time together.
I always feel bad for my wife when we go to these things because not even when I get to the doors, it's always before. People are in the courtyard or someone's at the booth buying merchandise, which you should, by the way. And I'm getting stopped and everyone's just like, hey, what's up? Hey, the season started. Yeah. And that was the thing I was talking about all last week was more importantly seeing the match, but also I'm around friends and people that have a collective mindset supporting this club.
Yeah. Well, and it just goes to show that there is a true soccer following here that enjoys it. And again, it makes me, what makes me feel so special is we have such a great team behind the scenes that is working so hard, from our community engagement team to our operations team to all of the things that we're doing constantly. And then obviously building into a youth academy too now. There's so much work that goes into this, and seeing people excited to see us, excited to see the games are back, makes me feel like our hard work is being valued in a big way. And so I'm so appreciative of everyone that comes out to support anything that we do.
Let's talk about the youth experience there, building more things upon more things, and expansion is great. How important is it for Lubbock to have something like, I know Coach talked about it before, but for you, how important is it to have the Matadors brand attached to something like that?
Yeah, for me, again, I'm somebody that grew up playing the sport. I was privileged in the sense that I grew up in Dallas, and soccer was not a challenge for me to access at the highest level being in that city. And I think that there are a lot of families that are connected to the sport, but there's also a lot of families that fall out of the sport because of the access piece. And so, again, we're just going to be another option for people to come check out, be a part of, and I hope people are excited about it. And again, not going to be a fit for every single person, but it's another opportunity to connect kids to the club. And ultimately our goal is we want to have better access and resources for our kids in our sport.
Let's talk about the fan experience part of this. I mean, we're in the barn. There's merchandise everywhere, and there's almost always an opportunity to be a part of the team in some capacity. It's not just you and the team; it's everybody. Why is that important?
Well, if we don't have people asking, "How can we help?" These things don't stay as strong as they do. I think there's been a lot of people that after year one that were waiting, like, "Is this year it's going to fall off?" And what was so great is, like, as we continue to evolve this, try and look for other opportunities to show up, not only is the business community supportive of what we're doing, but again, it's just the fans. And I hope that means that we're making impacts on their families. You know, I'm a father. I have 2 little kids. You know, being able to have them involved in an environment where they're playing soccer and they get to be around people that also value what they're doing, and they can attach it to their experiences with the Matadors, our players giving back. If we didn't have people asking, how can I help, showing up and being a part of this and truly being treated like family, I mean, this thing wouldn't be as special as it is.
Special. 3 points is very special. Let's talk about that first victory there and what it means for you.
Yeah, I think for us, again, the summer can come and go very quickly. And so what I love about Coach Dave talking about, you know, we have to stay in the moment. Each game is literally just a building block to something bigger and better for us. And we cannot let ourselves get ahead of anything, but also we have to remind ourselves of the goals that we set out for at the beginning of the year. So for me, 3 points is a start to building into something to peak into going into playoffs. But we got to take each game at a time in order to do that. But ultimately, we want to take away learnings from each session, whether we win or draw or lose. But goal is to win every single game, and we got to stay with the mentality that we're in the conference, that on any given night, someone can beat you. And we got to go out there and expect everyone's best shot.
How hard is it not to get ahead of yourself?
No,
with the expectations mounting from previous years, everyone knows this is a good squad. How hard is it to kind of block that out for you?
Yeah, I think for me, I get really connected to our players being here, and I don't think any of them are getting ahead of themselves. And I think that's where I live, is in that space. I love that the fans have high expectations for us in performing. Again, we're still a young club. We have not had a losing season ever in the 3 years that we've been playing, which is also something that's special and unique. But we have to remind ourselves that, again, we can't always have our fans' hats on as much as I am a fan of our team. We live on the other side of it too, and our players stay grounded. They know who we are. We stay true to our commitments. And again, we have goals that are out there that are bigger and better than just one win at a time, but that's where it starts.
You talk about one win at a time, but the fixtures to start the season it's very lengthy road trips, basically, to start this season. What are your thoughts on that, pushing into inevitably the home opener? What's the importance of getting a good start?
Yeah, I think this is a really unique situation because every year leading up to this year, we've always started off our season at home. So I think part of, again, we have guys that have been here for a few days, and we have guys that have been here for a couple weeks, neither of which is a long time.
Yeah.
So there's good and bad with this. Obviously, we want to make sure that we're getting our players in front of our fan base as quickly as we can from a momentum standpoint of butts and seats. But also, it's kind of unique and cool that some of the kinks that are going to be worked out on game days won't be worked out in front of our fans. And hopefully, by game 4, when we have that,
you want to be in mid-season form.
Yeah, we have that first. Maybe not mid-season, but you know, we're not going to be. Hey, I forgot that guy's name because I just got here 2 days ago, right? So I think that's the cool part is hopefully there'll be some momentum built up and chemistry built up to where we're seeing a sharper version of ourselves right off from the first match.
I was mostly speaking on behalf of myself and Devin. We're getting practice matches calling before we actually get to the home opener there. So he's trying to get me. I was like, oh, hey, you're pushing me. This is actually different from how we've normally operated.
I love it. I will say, like, what's really cool, for our first game, I got a couple of different text messages from people in different states saying good luck tonight. And every year it never fails that I get compliments on you and Devin being like one of the most fun and entertaining crews and serious at the job that runs a well-oiled machine. So we love having you guys a part of what we're doing.
We have a combined almost 30 years of experience in television, so I think that kind of goes into that too. But also, I mean, we're from here and we completely understand what the mission is for the team. And we've talked long enough to know, like, I am invested in this as much as possible. But we get that from what we're feeding off of everybody else as well.
Yeah, and I talked about this on the Mozo's post-game stream, which was, you know, that's the challenge of what we have. Obviously, you heard JT on here. I loved what he had to say about our fan base. But to his point, he still hasn't even experienced it yet. Every player that comes in here, especially the new ones, they have to learn to love the community. Like, you and I who live here, like we just
get it.
We embraced it every single day. And so we have to find those passionate people that love Lubbock, love good things for Lubbock, want to see Lubbock do more and bring more. And that's what I love about having you and Devin part of this.
We'll talk about doing more in just a second. Southwest Bank is here to help make your financial dreams a reality. Whether you're looking to buy a home, start a business, or preparing for retirement, our experts are located right here in Lubbock to help advise you every step of the way. Learn more about our mortgage, loan, and wealth management services at Southwest Bank. Southwest Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Dustin, let's talk about more of the experience here. What else can we have? The youth camps and everything coming up.
Yeah, it's a great way to get your family involved right away. Is we have a camp coming up starting May 27th. Everything's on the website. You can go to LubbockMatadors.com. There's a camps tab. You can go on there, register your child. If you get premium season seats, I'm about to do a video on some of our benefits, but that's something cool that we include in the package. And so there's a lot of value if you start going down the list between jerseys and camps that are free and some other events that are happening that you would have access to, that the season ticket is now a no-brainer. And there's several discounts around town that you get through our partners by being a season ticket holder. So that's another thing. You know, everybody talks about going out to eat's getting expensive. Everything's getting expensive. Yeah. We have some great partners that have volunteered to say, hey, we want to support the club and the fan base by providing unique discounts to being a part of this. So join Matadors family by getting your season tickets. There's a great page on there to go show you what that looks like. And you'll ultimately, I think, end up saving money if you end up eating out and going and using the benefits.
And that's not new to the program.
The partner benefits is new this year. So.
Okay.
Something unique that I wanted to try to do to engage our partners a little bit more, but also say thank you to the fans for investing in season tickets.
What do you feel that is different about this team than the previous teams that you've been a part of?
Yeah, I think it's every year you're trying to look to see what that looks like. I think, again, you know, I don't want to give the guys too much love and boost their egos too much, but on paper, we have a phenomenal team. But again, on paper doesn't mean that that's what's playing in the game.
Yep.
So it's literally about building communication and community. I will say I've gotten more thank yous this year for what we do have versus trying to focus on what we don't have. We have a great setup, I feel like, that we offer our players being a part of the program here, but just the gratefulness that has come out of the gate. And I think that goes into our coaches, instilling that from their values and principles. And then again, we try and find high character guys. I love talent, but to me, sometimes the high character will outwork some of the talent sometimes. And so that's part of our interview process too. And I think the coaches have done a great job of finding obviously great talent, but obviously great people too.
Bringing in David is part of the great people equation that you've factored into. I know it was a pull. The Moses and I had a good laugh about that with him coming in, but how vital was it to bring in David? And can you speak more about him, not as a coach, but as a person?
Yeah, we did a very extensive coaching search. We had a long off season to go do that. And, you know, Thomas Wolf, I have to give him a lot of props too. Him and I spent countless hours discussing who do we want representing the club. And again, I've been taught in my sports career that you hire character and you can train talent. We're fortunate in the sense that we have a coach here that has both talent and good character. But I always look at, like, who can I go grab a drink with and hang out with and have a good time, but also we have healthy, respectful boundaries, workplace versus friends. But I would say our group here now, there's not somebody I don't enjoy just personally being around. And again, you can't teach people to be good humans. This job requires a lot of face time in the public. It requires an ability to not only coach, but also value community connection. This is the first time we're going to be bringing in somebody that's going to be living here year-round, representing us. And so when we got down to the finalists, the other cool part, like, David has experienced Lubbock before.
Yes.
You know, and I think that's a unique perspective that you try and ask people questions about when you're doing interviews. And I think that in the moment, everybody's going to tell you what you want to hear. But when you have to step in front of 5,000 people and have them coaching, you're coaching in front of them, you got a camera stuck in your face and, you know, the lights are on, you're doing stuff like this, like, how well spoken are you, and are you confident in what you have to do? And I think peeling back the layers on David, we discovered he's authentic, and he's very confident in himself, and I love both of those things.
I mean, it sounds like it's not just a thing like, oh, yeah, let's go out and do this thing. It's a lot of work going into this. And I asked you before, like, now that the season has started, has it kind of quelled a little bit? It hasn't.
No, I mean, nothing ever settles. I think a lot of people that don't work in sports don't realize that sometimes in the off season we actually even worked harder than we do while the season's going on. At this point, now it's getting everything, the ducks in a row, but the machine's going.
Yeah.
And so this is the exciting part. I try and remind myself every year, like, enjoy the moments. Don't let anything overwhelm you. And we're really excited to bring some of these matches home and get the season underway and see where we fare up at the end of the year.
Final words before we go. Talking about the watch party experience. We've got a big match coming up, big weekend coming up, actually. What can fans expect that are staying here in Lubbock? What can they expect from just the viewing experience?
Yeah, I think go on socials. We're going to be discussing whether we're going to be playing any of these games down here at the barn and have a little bit more of a casual experience leading up to the first match at home. But we'll announce where you can watch both those games at. There'll be Friday and Sunday. Really tough games. The one game at a time when you're playing games and 2 games in 3 days gets really tough because you want to fully focus on one team, and we're not going to get much time to celebrate if we win on Friday before we have to turn the page. So this one's going to be one of those where you typically have that 24-hour rule. You're probably not going to get that until after Houston if you win both those games. So for us, we're going to need fans to be cheering for us, but stay tuned. I don't know that we've fully figured out if we're going to be hosting anything yet.
Okay. And then the lead up basically going into our first home game of the season. Talk about that.
Yeah, that's next week, right? And so I think I saw Hub City Body Shop comment on this, but we want you to be a part of building history. 7,500 people would break an NPSL record. We've gotten 6,000 people out here before at a playoff match, so we just need 1,500 more. If you have friends, family, neighbors, people you like, maybe even people you don't like, sports is a great way to bring people together.
Oh, absolutely.
I would just highly encourage you, and let's celebrate this. Ask people to the game. Tell people that this is how good this is for Lubbock. And again, I try and share this message from time to time, but you don't have to love soccer to love our experience out in a match. And I promise you, our players are good enough that if you come out to a game, you'll fall in love with it, even if you don't know what's going on. So there's been several cases of that I could give examples for from year one to now. But absolutely such a great time. We're going to have a unique new experience over at the tailgate this year. So there'll be more kid-friendly stuff to do.
My ears perked up when you said
that. we have more partners participating. But starting at 5 o'clock, we're going to have a great time out there. So if you're a business that wants to throw an employee gathering, great opportunity to go over there, get food and drinks, and have fun things for y'all to do. And if you're just a normal fan, there's going to be some great stuff for kids, including a bubble truck, from what I hear. So
okay,
there'll be some fun stuff happening.
Dustin, thanks for your time. I know
Appreciate
you're a
you,
busy
John.
man, jumping in on the Coaches Show for us. And thank you, everybody watching on YouTube, for joining us to the 2025 Coaches Show presented by Wonder Tree. Be on the lookout for the watch party locations, as Dustin was just talking about. Tickets for our home games are on sale now. You still have time to help us pack that baby out. And purchasing information will be available on the website and on Facebook, any social media, pretty much. If you're following the Lubbock Matadors, you should be able to find it. Thanks for joining us again. And again, every Monday, we will be doing this right after game weekend. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to tune back. Go Matadors.